It is just days from the biggest traffic jam in decades, friends. Yes, we're talking about the solar eclipse and the traffic jam to end all traffic jams. It's the first traffic jam that we've ever had the National Guard deployed for. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Some of you guys chiming in on that. We have insurance games that with homeowners insurance that you need to be aware of, friends, because things are changing out there and you need to keep an eye on these people. A heartwarming story also where somebody with cash was able to help somebody who was unprepared, because those times can sneak up on you. The real reason produce is going bad, friends, is that it's a message to you and to others to stop eating real food. We'll talk about that, plus a lot of other updates from viewers like you from all over. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade. I am abroad, which is why these drapes are a little nasty. More videos coming out about that. Please do keep sending your updates in. Just use the word update in any comment on this channel. Make sure you give us some sort of geographical location as well so it's useful. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you have a retirement account and you want to know what you can do to make it more safe, more stable, so it's not linked to bonds that could come crashing down, not investing in government treasuries, which is just patently insane at this time and this stage, right? Or for stock markets that go up and down. If you want to get into gold, metal, or other metals like silver or platinum, physical metals, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team. There'll be a link at the end of the video for you to be able to do that, to fill out your information, and you'll get some information from them. All right, so DIY Queen says, last night here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I went to Casey's convenience gas store. The door said cash only. So it was at night, right? No one was at the pumps. A small car pulled up and as I got to the door, I always have cash. A woman tried to pump over and over again. She came in, very well dressed, expensive purse. She asked if she could get $1.99 in gas, and she had a handful of small change. I gave the cashier a $20 bill. Woman was astonished with a hug. I told her it's not safe going around with $1.99 in gas at 10 p.m. I also told her that God sent me here to help her, and she walked out visibly shaken and promised to pay it forward. Cash, 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 folks, especially late at night. You never know when you won't be able to pay with your credit card. Don't be one of those people that's unprepared. Please, please, please. Even if it means you just leaving a whole bunch of change in your car so that you have more than $1.99 to pay for gas or pay for food. But having a whole bunch of cash in your wallet is a good idea. All right, friends. Angela says, Central Virginia, not near the areas with the upcoming total eclipse, but my daughter's local school just announced that they will close the school 3 hours and 15 minutes early on April 8th out of an abundance of caution. We're hearing that phrase a lot, aren't we? Out of an abundance of caution for the eclipse, because darkness will be a danger to everybody. And what is coming? Well, Will Billy shares a little bit about that, what's particularly from the state of Arkansas's perspective. It's not the eclipse that's a problem. It's the amount of people that are going to show up all at once. I'm in Arkansas, and the news is saying 1.5 million people from out of state will be here. Plus, estimating 500,000 Arkansas residents will all be headed to western Arkansas. The current population of Arkansas is 3.06 million. It'll be like a plague of locusts coming into these small towns, buying all fuel and supplies. The RDOT says to expect 5 to 7 hour backups for cars, right? That's way we're getting all the warnings of shortages and school closures. Imagine a school bus getting stuck in a traffic jam for 5 hours. With that many people coming, so many will come with bad intentions. How fast could law enforcement officers respond to thefts, break-ins, or other crimes. Now look at the path of totality and imagine this for all those states. And this channel covers a lot of doom and gloom. We try to deal with things realistically and seeing what's going on. I'm just going to tell you my gut of it is I think that this is going to be more Y2K-ish than other things. Everyone's had so long in advance warning on this, and I know that they're saying millions and millions of people are going to hop in their car and go drive to other states in order to watch this eclipse. I'm going to call BS on that. It sounds just ridiculous, honestly. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't prepare if you're in law enforcement or if you're, emergency management of these other states. I don't necessarily fault them for that, but I think this is getting blown way out of proportion. I think it's insane that people who are struggling to survive are going to drive hours and hours. They're going to throw their kids in the car and they're going to drive hours and hours and hours to go see an eclipse. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be one big nothing burger. And it's such a big, broad path of the eclipse. I think people that are relatively close to the eclipse are just going to stay where they are, and they're going to see it. We've seen this on past eclipses. Nothing ever happens. Just nothing happens. And so now whether the government will use this as an excuse or whether some other country will use this as an excuse to conduct an attack, that's a whole nother conversation, right? Whether it's a sign in the heavens for us to be paying attention to is another discussion. But the traffic and people traveling for out of state and like a plague of locusts, I think it's just, that's my gut. You let me know what you think down in the comments down below. But I don't think that that's really going to turn out to be anything at all. Office Gladiator says, Billings, Montana. One of our major hospitals just shut down their pain clinic. And it was the only pain clinic we have, right? So Montana, right? Not too many people. And it's not like they have another city like right next door. So no pain clinic. They left all of us without any options, and we're finding it hard to find any facility that will take us to continue our pain management treatment. Some rumors were that we weren't creating enough money, and some rumors were that we were a liability for the hospital. That's a big one. What's that code for? The government trying to crack down on people getting too many prescriptions of certain meds, allowing people to sue the hospitals and such like that for being too lenient and giving out too many pills. So these insurance-run hospitals are just shutting down the whole operation. Because, I mean, let's just be honest. What does a pain management treatment facility do? I mean, the large portion of what they're doing is they're giving out pain pills. I mean, they're trying to get people off pain pills, but they're managing that and all that kind of stuff like that. But a large portion of what they're doing is they're giving out pain pills. And that has become a huge liability to these hospitals. People can't own up to the responsibility that they have for popping things that they shouldn't in their mouth. And so they need to be able to blame hospitals and doctors and pharmacists. Those are the ones who are really to blame because we can't blame the person who's actually popping the pills. That's just, we're seeing more and more of that. And it's going to make it harder and harder for all of us to get good medical care because, quite frankly, that's what's one of the things that's breaking the medical system is all these lawsuits. I get if you get injured or hurt by the hospital or doctors, if they make mistakes, they should pay for the expenses to get you healthy again. But then there's thrown like $10 million worth of emotional damage on top of that kind of thing, or $20 million, or they're putting these huge payouts, which are just like, no, they shouldn't be doing that. That's just abusive. Anyway, Slow Girl says, I just bought a bag of washed and ready-to-eat lettuce at a local Walmart in Idaho. And the expiration date was August 1st. This was written a couple days ago. And when I took it out, it was slimy and had brown water coming off of it. It's a few days before expiration. Also, a few weeks ago, at another retailer, I bought a quart of the store brand half and half. And it was curdling in my coffee about a week before the expiration date. So I didn't drink it. And then a day or so after the expiration, I decided to dump it out. And when I did, it had big chunks in it. I don't usually buy that exact half and half or that exact lettuce, but I imagine the quality probably used to be better than that. What's the message, friends? The realer the food is, the more dangerous it is. You just have enough of those experiences, and what are you going to do? You're not going to buy lettuce anymore. It's just easier to buy the pre-bagged lettuce, isn't it? They're trying to move us further and further away from real food to more packaged, manufactured food, which is consistent in quality. It may have bugs in it, but at least we know we're going to get consistent quality. They don't want us buying our own meat off the shelf. They don't want us buying our own produce. They want us not buying carrots with lumps and stuff on them and leaves and stuff like that sticking out of them. They want us buying the baby carrots, which are really just cut down carrots. They want us to buy the more manufactured stuff because they get to charge us more for the convenience. And friends, that's what they're moving us towards. And we need to resist getting pushed that way. It's better to resist by just growing your own food, but they're definitely with an agenda pushing us. Debbie says, South Central Virginia at Aldi. I agree about the water. We're talking about some of the folks were saying how they're not able to find spring water recently. They're just finding purified water. Where'd all the spring water go? I mean, it's still coming out of the ground, isn't it? Why aren't they bottling it? They have the plastic bottles for the purified water, but why don't they have the bottles for spring water? And it's not like a shortage of water either. So what's going on with that? I agree about the water. Purified, only available for the past several months. Liz in Nebraska says, my husband said the homeowner's insurance just went up by 41%. And the amount that they will pay to replace something is also reduced significantly. For example, they used to say our barn was worth $29,000. Now they're only going to give us $12,500 for it. It's very sobering and seems to me like it's unsustainable. We have good insurance too, not cheapo insurance, right? How will we all pay for this craziness? 41% up, and yet they're cutting what they'll pay out significantly downwards. Absolute insanity, friends. Rose Petals says, Western Pennsylvania, north of Pittsburgh, our Walmart in the beauty section, our makeup aisles are getting really bare. So makeup, I don't use makeup, so I will take your word for that. Especially the brand e.l.f. Their products haven't been restocked in several months, as well as the big boxes of Friskies wet canned cat food. Thanks for all you do to keep us informed, Steve. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining with us. If you want to get the information from Genesis Gold about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.